Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go.
What's up, folks? Ernie here with Lasers and Beyond, and today, excuse me, I'm getting over a cold. We are simulating what it's like to have a shop or a workspace inside your home, like a living room. So we are in our living room that used to be a 2-car garage that we've converted into a living room, and I've also taken over half of it as a workshop. So wife's not too happy, but she's over there making noise, watching TV, and I made her pause it for now so we can do this. But the purpose of this is to show you what it's like when you're working inside. So I left the professional shop outside and we came inside and I want to go over 2 different things. Firstly, we are going to be doing a cup or a tumbler. I've got a batch of 10 I need to do for the cops, and we're going to pretend that I don't have a big old CO2 outside to do them quickly, and we're going to use the F1 Ultra. Now, I'm also going to do a video later with some more stinky things like leather and acrylic. But for now, if any of you have done cups, tumblers, indoors, you know they stink. So, they're not some of the most toxic stuff around, but it's not something you want to breathe in, and it's really stinky. So, we're here in our pretend indoor studios, and we have the new air filter from xTool, which is part of their Safety Pro series, and it's the AP2. I don't have the inline fan yet. I think it's on the way or something. They're sending one to me, but even without the inline fan, this thing is working pretty cool. So, I know that is not just because I don't smell things, but I'm not getting yelled at. Because when I first started this a long time ago, I had a little workshop over by the window over there, and I got yelled at a lot because it stunk in the house before I had my shop outside. So let me spin you around and show you what we're looking at, and we'll probably get interrupted. This is the new AP2 from xTool. It is an air handler. And this front door, we'll go over this. We really didn't want to go through the unboxing, take it apart, and all that garbage. Everybody and their mother does that. So we're more interested in just telling you how it works and that it works. So this is a magnet. And you'll notice now, all right, should be quiet, I'm making a video. You'll notice now that I get a warning within XCS because it has detected that this is no longer operational because it doesn't operate without this piece. Because this piece, there's foam here, okay, and all the way around the outside, and when it's on, it makes a perfect seal so that no air can escape it. You have 5 different layers, okay, of different filters. The top is the cyclone, which sucks air in through the top up here. Okay, and yep, there's the TV they're watching, and there's the kids and the wife. So we are, in fact, in the living room making noise. So next is the pre-filter. Then you have a HEPA filter, advanced carbon filter, carbon and HEPA filter, and lastly, ultra HEPA filter. So just real quick, if you got one of these and you're putting it together, you start with the bottom, put that, well, they all come wrapped, you unwrap it, put the bottom one in, then that one, of course. If you're like me and do it the opposite way, it's really hard to squish them in there. So I did it wrong, imagine that. But I took them all out and did it again. So, and it even got a thing there that says align the filter, so you line it up, and then they all go in nice and smooth. You still got to squish them in there because they are tight, because they're creating a vacuum seal and not vacuum seal, but a airtight environment, so no smoke can get out. It is on wheels. That's why you see these little pieces of leather red under there, because this table we're just on a 8-foot table, okay, and this table we're on has a little bit of a bow in it, so the thing would keep rolling this way. And I stuck those under there so it wouldn't do that. That's the only thing I don't like about this unit so far, is that it does not have a locking mechanism on the wheels like this one. This is the other xTool, the big air filter that they sell. And that one, that one has locking things on the wheels so it doesn't roll. This one does not. So let's put the lid back on here, or the door rather. And this is a little hard to do one-handed because the magnets are really strong. Get in there. All right, hold on. Well, maybe we'll edit that part out. All right. So if you just put the bottom in first and then let the magnet suck it on in there, it works great. So it's just hard to do one-handed. Here's all the rest of my mess. Cups and leatherette and hat press and just all kinds of crap I'm working on in here. So now that we got that back on, we will tell XCS we're good. And when you, I'm not going to do it now, but maybe later I'll do a video on how to sync this all up with the air filter, because if you have the F1 Ultra, you get them the serial number and they can fine tune it to work smartly with the machine. And then you plug a little dongle in the back, and then after you get it all set up, you'll notice you have an accessory here. And then in there, you can actually click that and see the information there. And also, somewhere, there it is. You can actually go through and it tells you the lifetime. I've used 91%, I'm still at 91%, 96, 99, etc. You can see which filters are getting used and which ones are not. By used, I mean used up. And it's just got a lot of information in there. I have mine on auto, and you can tell it how many seconds to run after you're done, so it keeps sucking the air out, and so forth and so on. Now the reason I have it on auto is this thing will actually detect how much yucky stuff is in the air and how much is needed to yeah, look at all that. Gross. I've been using it a lot for lots of different things today. But it actually will detect how much smoke, fumes, and crap is being sucked off of the materials and adjust accordingly. So you don't have it going full blast all the time when it's not needed. It only turns on as much as needed to. So I run it on auto, and before I got that all figured out how to make it work, I was just running it full blast. So, excuse me, if you're curious, I don't know how good this will sound, but it's pretty loud. That's full blast, and I turned it on manual, and that's the lowest setting. That's pretty low. 2, 3, and 4. So I put it back on auto. Even though I say it's pretty loud, it's not loud like annoying fan noise, just yuck loud. It's a smooth loud, but it is loud for inside. So when I go to run it, the wife's going to have to turn up her show a little bit, but it's still manageable. It's not too loud where it's annoying or unmanageable. So let's go ahead and get this thing rolling, and I'll demonstrate to you guys how the air gets sucked on out of there even without the inline fan. All right, so we got it all ready. Let's go ahead and frame it, and we'll see it's framing our job. And I've already got it all set up, and the whole point of this video is to demonstrate the air, not to show you how to do a tumbler. So we're not going to go over all that. And then I hit go to process and start.
Mama, where's the snow cone machine?
All right, so now it's ready. We hit our button, and you'll hear this fan will kick on, the built-in fan for the Ultra, and then after a second or two, it'll start. This machine will detect what's coming out of that, and then this will kick on. And oddly enough, it doesn't require that much for this, which is pretty cool. I got it on blue light, not fiber. So you know when we're doing tumblers, obviously we can't close it the whole way, right? We close it enough to protect our eyes, but it's not an airtight seal. So this is why I wanted to use the tumbler demonstration for this, because as we know, the F1 Ultra, they do a decent job with making a good seal, but even with it fully closed, and you push on the back to make sure those are closed, some smoke kind of still leaks out, and you can kind of smell it. But here we've got a massive gap, and I ain't even lying to you guys, and if I'm lying, she'll tell you because she's over there, and she ain't got no reason to lie for me. You can't smell it. So I'm amazed that you can't smell it with this big ass gap right here. So we'll hit go. And there we go. We got little flamey bits because that's how I like to do it. And you see over here, the smoke. I'm just getting the reflection. I don't know if y'all can even see that or not. Oh, there's some of it. Oh. I can see it with my eyes, but right there you can kind of see. You can see the smoke going right up off the cup out the back. And this thing is running the air filtration unit. We can go around the back and I'll show you. I don't even have the exhaust fan, or the exhaust. It's a lot louder on this side. That's funny. In the front of the machine, it's not that loud. But there's the butthole of the unit right there. And I don't even have an exhaust hose coming out of that. And you can feel it. You can hear it coming out of there. And there's no smell at all. I mean, I stick my nose down there, suck the air, and there's no smell coming out of that at all, which is cool. And the fact that it's no hose on there and it's blowing straight out, about right there is where it stops. So it's not that strong right now because it's not on that high. These have air that draw in for the cyclone, so air will come in here to mix in and then go out. Oh, move, doggy. I have the M1 Ultra to do some ornaments, and then when I switch it, I'll put the Ultra up there and then take the one off the F1 Ultra out. And it comes with this adapter, so you hook it on the M1 Ultra's hose, and that'll stick right on the AP2 unit. So that's pretty cool too. There's a little cart and a little mess. And so in situations like this, I mean, this is not optimal for doing tumblers, obviously, as far as big batch jobs. But the purpose of doing this is to show you that it can in fact be done. It takes about 8 minutes per tumbler using the settings that I'm using. And with these settings, when I pull this out, all I gotta do is give it a really light wipe. I don't even need a magic eraser, it's just there in case. But little LA Awesome with the rag takes it right off. Even the blue, as y'all know, the blue cups on the diode is normally a nightmare. But out of the batch of 10, we've got one done already. And you can see there's nothing wrong with that. And it wiped right off, no scrubbing needed, even though it's blue. So the Ultra can do a wonderful job. So don't be confused when I say it's not optimal, because it does a fantastic job on tumblers. The only reason I say it's not optimal is because it takes 8 to 9 minutes per tumbler, and that would take me about 1.5 to 2 minutes on the CO2 outside. But we're pretending that we're in an apartment or a home or something like that where we don't have a shop, and you know, this is how we got to do things. So I learned that in my group. There's a lot of people that that work indoors. I didn't realize how many there were. So in my Facebook group, there'll be a link in the description if y'all want to come check that out. But there's a lot of people that work in the house, so, or an apartment or something like that. So that's why I thought we would do this, just to show people. Here's the knives I did earlier. for the cops. I delivered 10 of them last week, and they gave them out right away. And Chief was like, "Hey, I need 5 more." So we already did, but we made 5 more for him. So that's that. Just trying to kill time. What do we got? All right, we still got 5 minutes left. So what I'll probably do is go ahead and pause the video, because I know y'all don't want to listen to me ramble. You're going to be fast forwarding anyway. So I'll pause it. And actually, I mean, do y'all want to watch me clean the cup? I don't think so. But the whole point of this video was to show you this unit. It's in auto mode. It's sucking out the thing just fine. I can't smell anything. Do you guys smell anything? Any yuck? No? Alright. What? Like the cup from me lasering. Do you smell that? No? Alright. So, nobody smells anything. We're working indoors. And we're pretending that we don't have a real shop. And there you go. It works great. This new air unit is amazing. I'm looking forward to the inline fan because I really want to test that out on some other stuff I've been doing. And one last thing, when you're working your shop, always make sure you have a cookie, a spare cookie, and a drink, because that's, I mean, you just gotta have a cookie. Makes the work go better. All right, we'll be back later. I'm not gonna bother pausing it because y'all need to see me wipe down a cup. You see me do a million of them. But air handler works great. Get one. There'll be a link in the description on how to get one. Bye.
I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me. And what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me.